What do you do if you have a problem? It makes you deeply sad, but there ain't anything you could do to change it. What will you do in this kind of sticky situation? A. Deal with it. B. Bully other people to make you feel better. C. Cry about it. D. Off yourself. And if your answer is B, C, B, C, B, C, then D, then congrats. Takopi's Original Sin is the perfect show for you. And honestly, if you like an unpredictable rollercoaster of pure depression, this is a great show and you should definitely watch it before I butcher the plot. Trying to speedrun through the plot as fast as possible. It starts with this octopus seeing a girl. Let's call her Black Girl because her hair is black. She gets bullied by this blonde girl at school. Main reason is because Black Girl's mum is seducing blonde girl's dad. And if you didn't know, cheating's kinda bad, so it caused quite a bit of problems. One day, Black Girl's dog was taken away from her, and to cope with that, she remembers she really loves swinging. And so she got a very sturdy rope from the octopus, but rather than swinging by sitting on the swing, it was her neck, creating a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Our octopus here is basically just Doraemon, with a bunch of cool gadgets, so he travels back in time to try and save her. And if you think the octopus is going to try and solve all the problems by making Black and Blonde Girl friends, just like the opening, nah, this ain't Doraemon. Plot twist! The octopus is like, damn, this blonde girl is like the root of all of Black Girl's problems. And so he just one-shot KOs the blonde girl, also breaking his trusty time machine in the process. And then, coming out of the woods comes Black Boy, and because he wants recognition and he secretly is so down bad for the Black Girl, he wants to help the Black Girl to bury the blonde girl. Black Girl is delusional, and she thinks that her dead dog is not actually dead, but rather at her biological father's place all the way in Tokyo. So they plan to go to Tokyo and see it. However, the blonde girl's body was found. When I got to this point, I was like, damn Black Boy, you really did a horrible job here. No wonder your mum calls you dumb, you can't even dig a hole properly. But anyhow, it's all fine, because Black Girl told Black Guy to go admit he was the one that KO'd the blonde girl, so we're all good here. Anyways, Tokyo. And no, to everyone's shocker, her dog is not with her biological dad. His dad already has another set of kids and was like, nah, go away you stranger. So then Black Girl has a little bit of a crash out. During the crash out, Octopus gets deja vu.
Ever get that feeling of deja vu? Ever get that feeling of deja vu?
Plot twist! This is not actually the right timeline. In the original timeline, Octopus actually met the blonde girl and realizes, oh my god, she gets a lot of abuse at home. This ain't good. And after some domestic violence, blonde girl wishes she had given Black Girl a better rope back in the days, because in the OG timeline, the rope that Black Girl uses to swing wasn't durable and she didn't get to experience the once-in-a-lifetime experiencing swing. Blonde Girl is essentially blaming all of her misfortune on the Black Girl. Hearing all of that, Octopus was like, yeah, no worries, love, let me travel back in time again to give her that rope so that she could swing properly. And then immediately after Octopus left, blonde girl offed herself as well. Damn, she's not living in any single timeline. Anyhow, with this memory gained back, Octopus is a bit confused at the moment. His original mission was to end Black Girl's life membership, but Octopus thinks Black Girl's actually pretty chill and doesn't want to do it now. Then Black Girl comes again saying she's going to cause mayhem to society until she finds her damn dog. But Octopus was like, no, don't do it. So she crashes out again. My dad doesn't want me. My mum doesn't give a damn about me. My dog is gone. What do I do? And after all this crash out and crying 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 and crying, Octopus sacrificed himself to use the time machine one last time. And everything was reset. The only difference in this reset is that the three characters vaguely remember the octopus, and during a bullying session as per usual, they all saw the sketch and they started to cry, somehow became friends, and for the years to follow, the show ends with them in high school again, still coping with the same problems, but I guess at least they have a friend now. And that was the rough story. Around 3 minutes. Not bad. Personally, I liked the story a lot. What drew me in initially was the unpredictability of the story. The plot twist was quite shocking, and every episode I'm like, damn, how is this story going to progress? But what actually made me stick to the story was how realistic and relatable it is. To give you an example, let's look at Cyberpunk Edge, which is also probably in my top 10 stories as well. To cover this story very briefly, it was basically, oh my god, my mom, oh my god, I'm going to join the team to topple a corrupt city, oh my god, cyberpsychosis, oh my god, man, you're shot. Run fast, kid. Oh my god, I'm going insane, Epic battle, pancake, time altered double XL, gets shot in the face. Cyberpunk, a story that I also love. It's also a very depressing story as well, but it's a lot less relatable than a story like my mum doesn't give a damn about me, my dad doesn't want me, or my dad's cheating with another woman and my mum is abusing me, or my mum gives me way too high expectations and my dad is literally nowhere to be seen. Although these are probably pretty extreme examples, but there's definitely aspects of it that we can relate to a lot more in this story than, oh my god, I'm going cyberpsychosis. But on a serious note, what made me truly love this story is the ending. Would you say this is a happy ending? I'd say this is the happiest, most realistic ending we could have gotten. Because what can you realistically do to change the problems highlighted above? You can't do anything about it. not as a high school girl, and definitely not as a 10-year-old kid. No octopus will come to save your life, nor will there be a bigger octopus coming to solve all your problems. At the end of the day, the problems highlighted above aren't really solvable problems. If this situation is so easy to fix, then it would have been fixed already. The only logical solution to the question at the very start of the video is just deal with it. It sounds a bit cruel, but that's just life, innit, bruv? We can cry about it, but at the end of the day, we just have to live on and just deal with it. Although this is a pretty sad story overall, it does shine a positive light in the sense that, hey, suffering exists, it sucks, of course it sucks. But you know what? At the end of the day, there are people that are experiencing the same pain as you, know that you're not fighting this alone, and just deal with it. The it is what it is mindset, it's just that goated. On a side note, I do feel sad for the blonde girl, literally not surviving timeline 1 nor timeline 2, so our goat, the octopus, has to find a timeline where both of these girls can survive. Wait, this sounds awfully familiar.
Oh my god, this show is so peak.